Hi, one SBR Sports Picks. He's Mike Brenner. I'm Peter Loshak. We're the odds couple. It's week 8 in college football. We're talking with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com, getting a lot of great analysis, a lot of back and forth between Joe Duffy and Mike Brenner in our NFL videos today. And now we're going to cover Arkansas, Auburn in college football. And, we've seen a significant line move here. It opened at 7.5, which might have seemed a little high to some. Now it's up to 9.5. Chris is hanging 10, but this is understandable, right? Auburn is off of a bye. Arkansas is off of 2 tough games, right? They had the Alabama game, then they had the 10-point. They had the win over Ole Miss as a 10-point underdog, which I nailed. Was one of my winners last week. Yes, you did. So Arkansas off 2 tough games, had a great win last week, but this might be a down spot. Auburn 5-1 against the spread, and they're off a bye. So it's understandable why this line has gone up. Still, you're giving 10 points to a quality team in Arkansas. What do you think, Mike Brenner?
Well, first of all, you just nailed those facts. I mean, Arkansas, not even that. You didn't even mention not only the 2 tough games, that Texas A&M game that they lost took a hell of a lot out of them because it was 17-17 going into the third quarter deep, and then they got blown out. So this team I think they're exhausted. Auburn, 5-1 ATS. This team is focused, okay? And they're coming off of a bye. They believe in themselves. A lot of momentum going that way. This is going to be a game where it's too high for me, all right? But I'm really heavily thinking about a first half pick. I'll probably make it official on this video, but I really want to hear what Joe has to say about this and if he's on the total side or if he's going to pick a side.
Joe Duffy, my sense is that Auburn has a history of, underwhelming and underperforming as a big favorite like this, but they are 5-1 against the spread this year. What's your take on this line?
Yeah, they're not only are they 5-1 against the spread, but they've covered by an average of 8.5 points per game. Like I said, I've called it the margin of cover. I know a lot of people call it the sweat barometer, but that puts them 10th in the nation as far as best teams to bet on in terms of the margin of cover. And that's significant because, as I said, college football more than any other sport is a momentum sport. Keep in mind that Gus Malzahn, a couple games ago, he actually gave up the play calling duties, and Auburn has been running the ball more, and they've been much more efficient on offense as a result. And even if it's a psychological thing, look, Auburn took some lumps early, but they've been playing very well. And big home favorites on a 3-game spread and ATS streak off of a bye are 41-22. So again, gets back to college football being a momentum sport. And I can tell you that virtually every momentum angle I have, I've tested it to see if a bye slows it down. It does not, and it does not slow it down here. So a bye is actually bad in some other sports, or rest in the NBA is actually bad under certain circumstances. But in college football, I've seen no evidence to see that a bye slows down momentum. Now, Arkansas, when Bielema first came there, they were famous for being competitive. They would lose a bunch of games, but they'd always keep it close. That's no longer the case. Remember, they already have lost by 21 and 19 points this year. If anything, they've been more of a Peter Principle team where they've been beaten up on the teams they should, and then the teams that are better than them, they've been getting the rear ends handed to them. I do think that Auburn continues the momentum. I think the Sharps are right. Obviously, I would have liked it a lot better on the opening line, and I do not have an official play on my premium picks, but I do like Auburn.
All right,
I like that breakdown.
Yeah, this one might close even higher than 10. So as we sit here on Thursday, maybe 9. I mean, Chris is hanging 10 right now. Yeah. Maybe 9.5 in retrospect will have been a good line. What do you think, Mike Brenner?
Well, also, I like, when Joe was talking about the momentum coming off a bye, there's another ingredient to that it absolutely strengthens that. All right, this is a team that not too long removed ago, a year ago, this coach was wondering if that seat was starting to get hot, and there were a lot of people questioning the underachieving. Yeah, they had some injuries and stuff, but now they're sparking again. They're fired up. They're 5-1 ATS. They know they have a shot in the SEC. Okay, they're fun to watch when they're playing good, and when this coach is winning, he's fun to play for. So they're buying what he's selling right now. So I bet this bye week was one of the best practice weeks they've ever had. I love it so much. I'm jumping on the first half.
Really, officially,
baby.
All right, you're giving Auburn first half against Arkansas, and Joe Duffy recommending a play on the full game -9.5. Joe Duffy, Offshore Insiders is your website. Your top plays are there every week. Tell us a little bit about that for anyone who wants to know more.
Yeah, this is my 29th year of winning publicly. I do have a couple conference games of the year in college football on Saturday and the NFL game of the year on Sunday as well. Some otherwise, guys, offshoreinsiders.com with the details.
Awesome, Joe. Thanks.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Research before you bet. Be sure to check out SBR Picks for the best game predictions, breakdowns, and much, much more.